See, I'm computer stupid and I'm not even on a computer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. Hey, all right, you were able to comment. It just froze. I don't know anything that's going on with this thing. How you doing, kinfolk? Oh, let's see if I can do this now. I wanted to add you as a moderator. I don't know how to do that. I will find out um how to add you as a moderator, kinfolk, so I can do that. That way, like yesterday when somebody was making ruder comments, you could just get rid of it because I could barely see what's even on the screen. I got to go like this so I can read it because bifocals aren't working very well. Yeah, I don't know how to work these things. I'm not the smartest computer tech guy. Yeah, I don't know how to refresh anything. I There's just these little weird things over there, the microphone and a switch around, and I don't know what else is there. But I know someone who live streams often. I'll get hold of him and see if he can let me know how to do it. So as I was saying, my wife is doing good. Can you comment, Tammy? No? She's doing good. She's watching. She can't comment for some reason. I don't know. I can't wait to get either a computer where, you know what I mean, it's a little better maybe to live stream on, or an actual camera because I'm using my old phone and it's weird. But she's doing good. She's been awake more, less sleeping, um which is good. Still fighting her mental health issues. The depression. It's a horrible thing. That's something else about the depression. Is it my wife? She may not admit it, and she's hearing me talk about it. She gets depression. She gets depressed because, well, a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into them, but depression has sucked her into the couch, and she's been not wanting to do any. Well, with her carotid artery being blocked, she started having fake strokes. Um, I forgot what they're called, but um, so she would sit on the couch and not feel very well, and have episodes all the time. And she had neuropathy, so she really couldn't get up. And between those two and the medication for the neuropathy, it caused her to dive deep into depression, and now she's kind of stuck. Yeah, it does pretty good. I'm a technological idiot. I know less about technology than I do working on lawnmowers, which I was going to do today, but it was just a little cold. It was more windy than cold. The temperature wasn't too bad until the wind blew, and then the temperature was like 19 degrees. Daisy, you're not coming out here. I already had Daisy out here. She was being a weirdo, and then Chuck started being a weirdo, and there's no weirdo stuff. And yet again, Daisy had to have the water out of my cup. Like a big weirdo. I keep checking chat to see. Kidfolk, were you on when I started? We had like people from all over the world were on. Africa and all kinds of places. Europe, Poland. That was crazy. It blew my mind. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of dang people from all over the place. Oh, is it doing it again? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like within the first 5 minutes. It was amazing. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Like last night, the guy from Brazil. Today, Africa and Europe and stuff. It's crazy. It gets me super pumped and excited. I've been feeling better in the last 3 days since I started by reading the Bible and doing live streams than I have in the last 6 months. Minus my visits with Chloe and, riding around on the mowers. Those are really good times to get me out of my thing. And, riding around with my friends, even if we're just going to the store, that helps. Yeah. Yeah, there was all kinds of people on there this morning or earlier when I got on. And it blew my mind. They're like Brazil, and this one guy had a flag, I think it was like Iran or Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that. Maybe, I don't know. Mexico, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to start working on lawnmowers tomorrow. I've decided if I'm going to feel this good, I'm going outside and I'm going to start working on my lawnmowers so that, you know what I mean? I can make videos of riding them around. And the guy I got one of my lawnmowers off of has got some trails. So we're going to, hopefully by spring, some of my projects will be done. And that'll be that. And then we can do cool stuff and things. Right? I can't believe it. What happened to me? Which time? Now, do you mean what happened to me personally or in my life or with my live stream earlier? Because my live stream earlier, I don't know. With my life, I messed it up. My teeth, I messed them up. But hi. Yeah, it's amazing for me to think that this all started just because my granddaughter said, Grandpa, let's make some videos. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. My nephew said refresh it, and I don't see anywhere to refresh the page. So if I go so long without seeing anyone commenting, I just stop it and start over again. I'll have to watch a YouTube video on what to look for and what to do. You know what I mean? That's how I learn everything. The YouTubes. It helped me though. I watched the video and that's how I learned how to put the tires on the rims. But tomorrow this is weird. I hear my voice saying it to you and I hear my voice in the living room. That's weird. It's changed the way I feel. I'm actually pumped every day to get up out of bed and start doing things. I mean, I don't really do them on camera, but I'm cleaning my house. I'm getting my basement cleaned out I'm putting a workshop down there because, I mean, it is only December and it's already been in the 20s and it gets in the teens and in the zeros here. And I'm not going to be working outside. I want to be able to rebuild engines downstairs because I have 3 engines to rebuild or 2 engines to rebuild. And we want to do those down in the basement. So I've been doing that kind of stuff. I might work on doing the shed because if I got heat out there, I could work out in the shed and actually like work on the mowers themselves out there in the shed. But I got to clean that thing out. There's things living in there, and I got to figure out what to do with the stuff that's in there, like a giant pond that has a big crack in it. I have plans for it, but I got to get liners, pool pump, that, and that's too expensive for me right now. That's like a future project. And I think I'm going to do a New Year's resolution for next year. Oh no, she's watching. I can hear myself. Nice. Yeah, I told my wife, I was like, this guy who's in the chat yesterday I talked to, his name's Kinfolk, he has goats. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I gotta wait for him to comment so I can add his channel. Because we're into little animals and stuff like that. If we had the money and the farmland, we would have an animal rescue. 100%. If I hit the lottery, I would be live streaming from an animal rescue. 100%. No, she quit watching. Wanda, she quit watching it and thing. When I said I was restarting it, she got back on. Hopefully she could comment, but she still can't comment. I don't know. I have to look at her phone. She does. This is her first time actually really doing the YouTube thing. She's subscribed, but she doesn't watch any of the videos or channels or any of the videos or live streams. But she hears them enough. Like she hears when I'm reading the Bible. She hears when I'm doing all my posts because it's in the kitchen and she's only right over there. Well, that's not bad. You don't need much more than that. I think I might have like an eighth of an acre, if that. And like I said, if I lived a mile further that way, I could have animals like that. But I don't. I live still in city limits and I can't have any type of animal like that. Somebody moved in next door from way out in the country and they brought chickens and a goat. And yeah, they lived here for like a month with their animals and then they moved out. Because my neighbor was like, no, sir. Nope, we're not having any of that silliness in my neighborhood. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I wanted to get out there today to do something. I actually went outside and was like, no, sir, not today. But that's all right. There's tomorrow. Now, the question is, somebody, I forget who it was, yesterday in the live stream asked if I did Bible study on top of the, you know what I mean, if I was doing like a Bible study type of thing. And I thought about that. I don't want to do 5 billion live streams, and I don't want to just live stream about Christianity or reading the Bible, or because that's not just what I'm about. Okay, that's just, I'm a complicated individual, and that is one of my favorite things. But it's not, you know what I mean, the main thing that I do. But it is a big part of what I am. But I just don't know if I want to read the Bible, then do a live stream, or should I just read the Bible on live stream and then we do a, like a, what do you call it? Like a Bible study after I read it, and we, have a conversation about it, which would be cool. I think I would need a better system than this phone. Is it works for this. You like the discussion idea? Me too. I was thinking about that after someone in the chats, in the chat. I'm a horrible YouTuber. Had mentioned about doing Bible study. And it got me thinking, maybe since my Bible is a study Bible, read the Bible and then read what the Bible study says and then discuss it. You know what I mean? Well, see, I'm wondering if it should be a different live stream or just roll all of that up into one live stream. You know what I mean? Because I don't mind at all sitting talking about God and discussing God all night. But I also have people that are subscribed that do tractors or that aren't into God. You know what I mean? Now, I suggest they all watch it, but I don't want to them because of something that I prefer. You know, you understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, she really wants out here. She's sniffing and growling. That's enough. All you want is to drink my water, you jerk. But yeah. And I thought about doing a post about the New Year's resolutions and that they were a bad idea and all of this, because most New Year's resolutions people do not fulfill. You know what I mean? And that can be an automatic trigger to put you in somewhere into a bad place. So my suggestion for New Year's resolutions, even though it's not New Year's yet, is to pick something that is small. You know what I mean? Something that isn't an immediate, like working out and losing weight. That's a beautiful thing. But after you work out for so long and you can't sit down because your legs hurt, or you can't get out of the chair because you did too many sit-ups, you know what I mean? You start laxing at it and then you quit doing it altogether and then you feel like, oh crap, well there we go. So you're kind of just setting yourself up for failure by doing the New Year's resolutions thing. What do you guys think? Is it like something that you set resolutions and then do them? Or is it more of a set resolutions, fail them, and then feel like doo-doo? You know what I mean? Did I freeze? Tammy. Okay. Oh, did my thing mess up again? If so, man, I really hate to have to stop doing live streams because it keeps messing up. But oh no, there we go. You know what's funny is my New Year's resolution was to read the Bible next year. That's what my New Year's resolution was going to be. I was going to do exactly what I'm doing now, reading the Bible on video, starting the first of the year and taking that year and reading it. I just woke up and decided that I wasn't going to wait anymore. Well, why doesn't she tell me? She has a voice. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I got to get the wife something to drink. And I'll cover up my butt crack before I walk past you. Here you go. You can watch Bubby sleep. Stay there. Where'd you go? They were watching you. They were watching you, Bubby. You were entertaining everybody. Sorry for the ice machine. Oh, there's Chuck. Where's the clips? Clips, sis. Come here. Come here, Clips. The Clips. Over here, look. Where are you at? Come here. I don't think she's coming to see you guys. Don't be looking at my feet, taking pictures of them, putting them on OnlyFans, unless you split the profits with me. I mean, if we're gonna split the profits, then yeah, let's do it. Oh, about to see a Bubby butt. Good girl, keep the people entertained, Bubby. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Oh, goodness gracious. I went over too far. Yeah, those are my dogs. They are addicted to eating ice. Oh, I gotta pick this up a little bit. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry, I was getting the wife something to drink, so I figured I'd let y'all see if the dogs would entertain you, but apparently they don't. They're jerks. They only want to drink my water and entertain themselves and get on my dang nerves. All right. Yeah, Wanda, if it starts to where you can't comment or anything, shoot me a message. All right? Because it disappears. Yes, I do. Oh. I don't think you're ready for it's OnlyFans. Thank you very much. And you don't know, man. There could be some people that be like, look at them eagle talons. See, I was thinking about changing the name because I have, I'm not only Chloe's grandpa anymore. And, Chloe told me I'm not allowed because this is her YouTube channel. I'm not going on OnlyFans. I may be poor, I may be hungry, but I'm not that guy. I'm just saying, there are some very weird people out there that have some very weird ideas of fun, and I'm sure that I could make millions. But I'm not that guy. My wife? Yes. So does I don't know if my brother-in-law is still on here and my sister, but Wanda's my sister. My wife is what? Chloe? No, she doesn't really watch them. She watches all my videos. She might watch live. I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't heard from my daughter lately, so I don't know. She does watch all my videos though. I know that, and all my shorts and everything like that. That's why I need to get back into the lawnmowers and doing more things that she enjoys, because just listening to Grandpa talk ain't her favorite thing. Gaming. I play Minecraft. Um, as soon as I get a computer, I am gonna, because I belong to a guild and we play on a server and everything, and um, I want to start streaming me playing Minecraft. As dumb as that sounds. See, that's why I started playing Minecraft. It was oh yeah. Well, see, this room back here is eventually going to be my little office thing. Right now I keep all my fence tools in there, but now that I'm fixing the shed, I'm going to put them out in the shed. Um or I could put it in my spare room or upstairs. But upstairs I'm too far away from my wife. That's the biggest issue. Is right now I'm in the middle of moving every room in my house around. Like I'm taking all my dining room is going to be my wife's bedroom slash living room. The living room is going to be the dining room slash toy room. The island's coming out of the kitchen. Everything in there's coming out of the kitchen. So that I can get stuff out of the way of her with her walker and stuff. Yeah, I have a lot to do. And that's just it. It's like I keep going back to the depression. It has stopped me from doing so much stuff that it accumulates. Like the table, there's nothing really on it, but it's just full from here to there with stuff. You know what I mean? The dining room table's the same way. It just accumulates, and then it gets so bad that you're like, man. But like I said, I'm feeling so much better since I started doing lives and reading the Bible that I'm getting into it. You guys hear what's going on in Chicago? There's this group called Chicago for Jesus, and they're going around Chicago and saving people and preaching, and they're doing amazing work in Chicago right now. But like I was saying, depression, it just gets you, and then you feel so far behind, and then you start hating yourself because you're like, I put myself in this position because I'm lazy or I didn't do this. You know what I mean? And it gets you in this mindset of just raw, where you don't want to get out of bed anymore. I'm getting out of that, and if I could help somebody else, that's what I'm supposed to do. I had a preacher that told me one thing one time. He was like, you could preach to 3,000 people. All that matters is one person heard what you said. You know what I mean? And that's stuck with me. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I started doing this, because I know that it's not just me. You know what I mean? And it's just horrible. It affects the way you look. It affects the way you feel, the way you interact with other people. If you do interact with other people, it's just such a disease. It's not even a mental illness. It's a freaking disease. And they don't do anything about it except for feed you medication. Oh, this will make you feel better. No, it doesn't. It just adds other things to it. Like, sure, I don't have super amounts of anxiety, but if I quit taking the pill, I get electric shocks to my brain, and it might kill me. That's great. Thank you very much for the help. It doesn't, and then you have to go to a doctor every 90 days to get that pill. It's just a big, stupid game, and I want to get off the pills, and I want to be able to help other people not feel that way, and we all heal together. That's what I would love. With God being the center of it and talking and just, This doesn't cost you anything to feel better. You don't have to go pay for a pill to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. Let me read a little bit. Honestly, I believe it. I saw a meme one time because somebody told me it's called a meme. And it said, oh, I used to grow up partying in cornfields with complete strangers drinking cups of some kind of fluid, but I get anxiety going to the grocery store now. Some people do require the medications. That is 100% true. I'm not saying for, people that aren't, that need the medication or that need the counseling. I'm not that guy. I'm not that depressed, Wanda. You've known me for 35 years. Well, no, can't say that. You've known me for, Sabrina's 30, so yeah, probably about 30 years you've known me. And I've never been a depressed person. It just kind of happened. You know what I mean? I don't need medication. I really don't. I think that I could wean myself, with doctor's orders, wean myself off the medication and continue to do this and hopefully feel, you know what I mean, and get away from the medication completely. Because I know there are some people that need medicated. Yes. But there's also people that don't, that are medicated for no reason when they just need an outlet. Which is why, like Kinfolk said, my email address is in the description of my YouTube channel. If you feel like talking or you just want to ramble, rant, rave, just scream, call me every filthy name in the book. I don't care. If it makes you feel better or if you need to talk, send me an email. I will respond the second that I see it. Whether it be in the middle of the night, whether it be, you know what I mean? Just message me, send me an email, and I will, you know what I mean? For more of a, if you need it, I'm here. I'd give you my phone number, but my phone doesn't work half the time. I love Breaking Bad. Now that my wife downloaded Netflix, we might watch that series. She watches this show, Virgin River or something like that, that's on Netflix. So we squeezed out enough to get a Netflix for at least this month. Sweet, I would love that. I was thinking about trying to figure out how to do a Facebook page for the channel. I know somebody who does it. I'm gonna have to see how they did it. So that, you know what I mean, you could go through there and get messages and stuff, and it'd be like, you know. Yeah, I have Roku. I watched Little House on the Prairie for like 2 weeks straight, and it goes from the first episode to the last episode. Then starts right back at the first episode. It goes every episode to the last episode. Just like the old time VHS that would get to the end, rewind, and play again. You know. It's on Roku. It's its own channel. That's all it shows is Little House on the Prairie. It's crazy. The Andy Griffith Show. I like that show. Shows that, and what's that other one? What's that mountain show that's we were talking about? Back from when we were kids watching it? No? I don't know. It was something about mountains and stuff, and it was like a show that was around in that time. Gilligan's Island. Oh, what is that show? Waltons? Was it the Waltons? What's that? Well, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Gunsmoke. Yeah, I don't know what that name of that show was. They were like up in the mountains and it was like this one family. I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name, the main actor. See, my brain is like mush sometimes. The Waltons. See, I was right, you moron. You want to fight? Oh, my wife didn't watch The Waltons. But yeah, that's another, those are all good shows. And the thing about those shows, even though they were in the 50s, some of them had some feministic things that I didn't like. Not the feminist movement, but the way men treated women. Some of that I don't like, but it was the times. The Little House on the Prairie really didn't get into that too much, but they're good, wholesome shows. You know what I mean? They're not. You can sit there and watch it with a kid. You know what I mean? Not like, hey, cover your ears, cover your eyes. Nope, get out. You can't watch this. You know what I mean? I agree. I like Little House more, but I mean, shows like that, they don't make TV like that anymore. That it's just wholesome. You can watch it with your family and learn something. And they weren't afraid to show, especially on Little House on the Prairie, they weren't afraid to show that they had faith in God. You know what I mean? That was like, there were complete episodes that were that, you know, and there's nothing like that on TV anymore. I wish I don't know when I would have liked to grow up. I feel that I would have been better suited for before technology, like even before cars and everything like that, like pioneer days. I think I could live completely happy in pioneer days. If I never lived in this time, you know what I mean? Because now I'd miss the phone, and as stupid as that sounds, I'd miss YouTube. I'd miss talking to y'all. But yeah, I think I'd do really good in pioneer times. I definitely wouldn't hurt my knee with an auger. I wouldn't have been huffing spray paint. But it was simple. It was just a much simpler time. Nowadays, you say, thank you, ma'am. I'm not a ma'am. My bad. You know what I mean? Everybody's too sensitive. I mean, I understand being sensitive. I understand that 100%. But to be offended and to strike out at other people, well, if they say something to offend you, that's, you know what I mean? Their human right to say stuff to offend you. Or at least in this country it is. And it's your right to be offended about it. But once you turn into Karen, you've overstepped your boundary, man. You know what I mean? That's why I don't care. If somebody's going to act like a jerk to me, I'm just going to walk away, tell them I love them, tell them God loves them. Or as I tell everybody, God loves you and so do I. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into any arguments with anybody because it's not worth arguing about. I'm not going to judge you for whatever you're doing or whatever you want. I'm not going to judge you for it because it's not my job. It's above my pay scale because I'm worried about getting judged myself by him. All right? So I don't care what you're doing. But there's people that they strive on the yuck of this world. That's what I call it. The yuck of this world. Well, it's not only snobs. Um, I watched some lady at it. Even Wanda, you're the perfect example. The other day we were at the dollar store and all the workers were there and they were all just sitting there talking and the line was wrapping around the thing. And then they just all leave and leave the worker with everybody and everybody's just standing there. Wanda had to check out because I was like, look, I can't stand here for 20 minutes. And you know what I mean? It's just rude and people just do what they want. And it's like new. It's a new thing that people they don't care about anybody else. They only care about themselves. It just aggravates me and makes me want to stay inside even more. Hello, how are you doing? Back for more, are you, Zoe? No. Yeah, it used to be that way. It used to be that you didn't get tips automatically added onto your things. You didn't have to tip everywhere you go. Mother lover, I live on this much money and you get that in a paycheck and I have to tip you at a fast food place? No, dude. If you're at a restaurant, 100%. I'll tip regardless. The better waiter or waitress you are, I will tip you more. I will go over. If the more better service you give me, I will give you a better tip. You're getting a tip regardless, but the more you do. Hi Zoe, how are you doing? The more service you give me, the better service you give me, I'm going to give you a better tip. If I go to McDonald's and all you're doing is wrapping my shit up, throwing it in a bag and throwing it on the counter, you're not getting a tip. Sorry. And I apologize for swearing. It just popped right out. I am doing great. I'm on a little bit of a rant because today's society's got me just confused and aggravated. I don't understand how everybody became so entitled to themselves. It just all of a sudden everybody's like, I'm entitled to everything in the world and there's nothing you can say or do about it. Like, what is it? Squatters. That is insane. You know what I mean? Like somebody actually squatting in somebody else's house. That's not your house, but yet they have a legal right to live there. You have to kick them out of your house without any rent and they can destroy it and it's completely illegal and you got to go through the court system to have them removed. Because they broke into your house, changed the locks and decided to live there. That is insane. And we are living in a whole society full of that. To some weird levels, and it just makes me not want to go outside. Free rent. And you're not going to go to jail for it. As long as you're out before somebody moves. I already have free rent. All I do is pay property tax. Of course, I had to come up with a sum of money to buy the place. But me and my mom did, so here we are. And if I didn't own my home, yes, I would 100% be homeless. 100%. I definitely, even if I was working, wouldn't be able to make it through winter. Let's see. The medical system, we're not even going to get into that. I already did with my pills. I don't see why I have to keep going back to the doctor. I haven't changed any. As a matter of fact, I kind of feel better. They all out refuse some of my wife's medication if she doesn't go in, but my wife doesn't go to the doctor. They sit her down and make her wait for 2 hours, and it drives her insane, and she'd leave. Um, Me, I'm a little more lenient on it, but it's still a money suck. Everything is a money suck or hurting somebody else's feelings in this world now. Right? I mean, it's honestly, if I didn't own this house, I couldn't pay a payment. I would be homeless. My dogs would be living in a shelter. My wife would be homeless right along with me. We'd be living at the rescue mission, which isn't a bad option in this area, but there's a lot of people that are homeless right now. And it's wintertime, so they're pretty much pulled up. You know what I mean? And we would have to move somewhere warm to be homeless. That's as scary as it sounds. And that's another thing, the homeless problem. Jeez Louise, when are we going to understand that things need to change when there's thousands of homeless people living on the streets? In every major city, there's a homeless problem. Youngstown isn't a major city, and we have a homeless problem. You know what I mean? It's insane to me that they're giving illegal immigrants into this country. Okay, this country's founded on illegal immigrants. Okay, but the government should not be making their wages. The government shouldn't be housing them. The government shouldn't be doing any of that. Okay? They should find out who they are and do the legal thing to them. And the ones that get through that, they shouldn't be paying. If they're not paying an American that was born here who's homeless, if they're not putting him up, they shouldn't put an illegal immigrant up. Someone who's not from this country. Well, that's the reason we're number one in the world for poverty is because everything costs so dang much. And everything is not made here. Everything's shut down. Wanda, you know Youngstown is a dead area. There's nothing really here anymore. There's a couple of big places. Once they're gone, that's that. There won't be. And GM shutting down was one of the biggest ones, along with all the steel mills. Detroit's the same way. Detroit's horrible. Exactly. And you're lucky you still get a dozen for that price. What did I buy the other day? Dog food. Dog food before the pandemic. I understand things rise. Dog food, I could buy a 50-pound bag of Olroy's, I think we used to buy for the dogs. Probably not the best, but it was like $22 for a 50-pound bag. And I buy one of those and it'd feed my dogs all month. And then the 50-pound bags were harder to find and dog food was harder to find. And now you pay $28 for a 30-pound bag of, pedigree. You know what I mean? Why is things so dang much? And then, like biscuits, you remember, was I insane or did you get 12 of those little tiny rolls in that roll? You know what I mean? Now I think you get 9. I don't understand that. And you have to pay more money for it. You get less, but inflation. No, it's not inflation, it's shrinkflation. You charge us more money and give us less. And if you can't give us less, you double that price that you're rising it. It's insane. And we have no choice but to either buy some chickens, buy a milking cow, start buying our own meat cows, start our own gardens, collect rainwater, which is illegal. You know what I mean? There's all these things that you're going to have to do to be afford to live, or you're going to have to start robbing people if this continues. Now, everybody said, oh, Trump's going to fix everything. That may be, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Anything that Trump does probably isn't going to make a difference for 4 to 5 years, unless it's something that's, you know, an immediate thing. And I think anything immediate, like Biden's idea of giving everyone, well, never mind. I don't do political, but it might improve. It might not. It might go back to what it was, which would be an improvement to what it is, but it's never going to go down to what it was. It might go down a little bit. You know what I mean? That's like they sell something for 10% off, but they raise the price 10%. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to feel like. Ooh, 10% off. And you're not getting 10% off. It's, you know, this is one of the reasons why I dislike money. Because once you get a love for money, you get a love for money, and you got to have more. I don't have a love for money, so I'm okay with not having enough. Would I like to eat every day? Dang sure I would. And I do eat every day. Sometimes it's not the biggest 4-course meal, but I eat every day. Eventually, I'm not going to be able to do that, because just from the last 3 months, for the last 2 weeks of the month, it's a struggle to eat every day. You know what I mean? And it's just stupid. You know, I didn't even vote this time, honestly, because there's no way I would have voted Democrat, but I know she wasn't going to win. I knew Trump was going to win the second that he stood underneath that American flag with the rag on his ear and his fist in the air. I 100% knew that Trump was going to win the election. 100%. Vance, being from Ohio, he's been in our politics for a while. He's like all of them. He didn't even like Trump. he boisterously said he didn't like Trump. They're politicians, man. The only reason Trump is different is because Trump, the way Trump is going to make money in his businesses is if we make money. Okay? If that makes any sense. He's into real estate and stuff like that, and so is his family. He's got businesses. See, we're not talking politics no more, but you know what I mean? He could be good for the country simply because he's a businessman, and his perspective is from a business perspective and not as a greedy snake in a suit. I don't see how presidents' families become millionaires while they're president. Like multi-millionaires while they're president. That is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, money should be kept out of the government and out of church. That's my opinion on that. And I understand that the church needs money to do things with, but when the pastor's driving a brand spanking new car and flying in jets and living in mansions, all that does is make the poor guy look at it going, well, it's all about money. And that looks bad on the church. And I take nothing away from anybody, man. Do you. That's, just the way things work. But I'll never be like that. I do. No. And the only reason I even put the Cash App and PayPal thing on here is because someone the other day asked, and I automatically said no. Nope, I didn't got that. No, thank you. My wife said we do, and I'm like, no, I'm good. And then I talked to the gentleman that took me to church Sunday, and I talked to him, and he was like, look, dude, if somebody wants to bless you with money, it's coming from God, so don't turn down a blessing. And then a YouTuber that I talked to told me that maybe it's because they want to support you in what you're doing. I can't say no to that either. So that's the only reason they're there. And like selling things, say you send me $5, I am going to do exactly what I will do with the stickers. I will take $2.50 and put it here, and I will take $2.50 and I will put it here. This $2.50 is getting donated. This $2.50 is going to be put towards doing stuff for the channel. I need a camera, so I'm going to start saving for a camera. You know what I mean? Super chats, yeah. But from what I hear, I'm still so many hours away. It's stupid how far you have to go to get monetized on here. Like super chats comes in on the first level. There's 2 levels. You get to 500 subscribers and you can do memberships, super chats, and if I have merchandise, I can sell it. But in order to do that, you have to have 500 subscribers, 3 video uploads in 90 days. I do that a day. 3,000 watched hours in a year, and 3 million shorts views in 90 days. And there's where I'm sitting at in that thing. I'm nowhere near what needs to be. Really? That's insane. Thank you, subscribers. That's crazy. And then to get the full-on ads and everything, it's 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watched hours, or 10 million shorts views in 90 days. For the shorts views, a year for the watched hours, and the subscribers, once you get it, it stays there unless they unsubscribe. But yeah, there's a lot that you have to do to get monetized on YouTube. 362? That's like 10. Just since I started doing this. That's insane. Thank you. It will happen. I'm confident that it will. And like I said, any monetary money like that I get a check from YouTube, that's going straight into a bank for my grandkids. I don't want them to have to suffer for money. And if I could put a little bit of money in there every month, you know what I mean, and add to it, and the interest goes up, hopefully they'll have a decent chunk of money to start their lives with. You know what I mean? And any other money, like I've said, I'm donating half of it to charity of some sort, and the other half I'm using for the channel. I'm doing stuff, building stuff. None of that is going to go for me making a living. Me making a living will have to be me working. And that's just the way it is. I don't want to do YouTube if like I get giant, huge, and have millions of dollars, it's not going to be me. I'm still going to be wearing holy clothes, and I might drive a decent vehicle because I got grandkids and stuff like that if I'm a millionaire. But I'm not going to be moving to a new house. Yeah, well, I'll be moving to a farm. I can't lie. I'll move to a farm. But I won't, I don't know. Money changes people, but I have such a hatred for money sometimes. Like when I start thinking about the way everything costs. But I don't want this to be about me. It's not. It's about my grandchildren and us, which is why when I start selling merch, I'm putting half of it back into this to tractors going on a trip, going riding for the weekend. You know what I mean? Going to do this, going to do that would be cool, would be entertaining for you guys. You know what I mean? We could go, if I had millions and millions of subscribers, just imagine we could go to another country and live stream from there and preach, and you know what I mean? Not preach because I'm not a preacher, but talk. You know what I mean? We could do crazy things, but I don't want any of them to be for me. And it's not because I don't think I'm worthy. I'm not interested in that. That doesn't interest me. It sounds stupid, but like Wanda, she knows that's not me. That water just went up my nose. That was not funny. So, here's my question. What are y'all doing tomorrow? I mean, tomorrow's New Year or Christmas Eve. Do you go to church? When I was little, we used to go to a Catholic church every Christmas Eve. Right? I feel that. It's amazing. And I've only been doing YouTube since April. I started doing little shorts here and there. And then I really didn't start doing it all the time till a few months ago. Like an everyday thing. Yeah, it had been a couple of months because my granddaughter said I couldn't do 30 days in a row, and I did 30 days in a row. Since then, it's been more often. They also bring watchtowers. Like when I get off the live stream, I have like 10 watchtowers, and the live stream was only like 2 hours, 3 hours long. So it does add up with the live streams, but I don't know, man. I don't want to, what is the word I'm thinking of? I don't want to flood it with just useless, well, none of it's useless, but with like 14 different live streams. That's why I'm trying to figure out a way to consolidate everything I do on the channel into live streams every day. You just shared what on Facebook? Yeah, I posted for my channel a couple times on Facebook. I don't think anybody ever added it. But that's okay. It's, it is what it is. Really? Do I got to start fighting people? Really need to figure out? No, I'm not fighting anybody. I ain't got the breath for it or the heart for it anymore. I'd rather just sit down, have some coffee, and have a conversation. Oh, I got to check my battery because, I'm good. Because my battery likes to die. And that was horrible. But yeah, if I get a computer, I was thinking about live streaming Minecraft. I would do it on my phone, which is how I play Minecraft now. The hardest thing about it is you have to pay for the thing to be able to record on your phone. You have to pay for the app and then pay for every time, like every week or every month or something like that. And I don't have that kind of cash to be doing it. But I was going to start live streaming Minecraft, which I would do if I get a computer and get the game downloaded onto it, because I do play on a server with other people and stuff, and we do have a guild and we work together. One of them was in here the second live stream. Was it yesterday? Yeah, he is in my guild. I play Minecraft with him. Which is cool. I mean, you know what I mean? It's something different. That would be completely different. See, I haven't figured out how to do that, but I have noticed in my on my page, if you scroll, go to live, it has they're on there, but I don't put them on there. They just kind of show up. Um, what I need now, I'm not going to do that with my shorts. I was going to add all my prayers into one, but I'd be there for 2 days trying to put all those into a playlist. Um, and at first I was kind of worried about doing the prayer thing because somebody told me, he was like, I understand, the Christian thing. He was like, but people will talk smack to you about it. And I'm like, well, I'm the perfect person to talk smack to because I really don't care, and you're not going to upset me. You're not going to offend me. I don't care. I love you. I just don't care enough about your drama for me to be upset about it. And if anybody's going to talk smack on a live feed or on the Facebooks or on the YouTube comments, there was a movie called Lethal Weapon. I don't know which one it was, but Joe Pesci said the best line I've ever heard. They're nothing but telephone tough guys. You know what I mean? If you're so miserable that you gotta dig at me for my teeth or the stain on my door that won't come off, good, man. I hope it makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Because I don't care either way. I'm still gonna love you and pray about you, actually. If you come at me, I'm gonna pray for you. That is the worst thing you can do to your enemy is pray for them. And you know what? God told me that's what I should do. So that's what I do. You know what I mean? If I told somebody I'd pray for them, I don't need your prayers. Well, you're getting them whether you want them or not. Yeah. Well, what did I call myself the other day? I'm a house gremlin. Oh, that was funny. I looked at my wife and said, I'm a house gremlin. All the dogs are quiet. Is it getting that late? Are you okay, baby? Huh? Okay. Do you need anything? I love you. See, there's them guys. I'm and at least in my live stream, I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody else. There's live streams out there that these people just do really weird things. I'm a special gremlin. Like there's this guy. When I'm going through my shorts, because I watch shorts all the time. And he'll be on live and he's just saying blah 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 blah. And one day he had a toilet seat over his head and had pancakes on his head and was eating a donut and drooling it. I'm like, and he had like 10,000 people watching him do this. I'm confused. Or there's another one where they talk, they interact, they say, hey, how you doing, hey, and they write their name on a thing and put it on their board, and they have like 17,000 people watching them. That's what made me think about doing the live streams, because if people are going to watch them, maybe I could get a couple people to watch me, and maybe I can help somebody. You know what I mean? Maybe what they're doing is helping somebody, and I'm not knocking their gig. You know what I mean? You do you, boo-boo. But I can't see it. And I thought that just something that was normal, something that is helpful, might be a little better. You know what I mean? Something worth watching, if that makes sense. Like I'm worth watching, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit here with pancakes on my head. I'm not going to put a toilet seat on as a necklace. I mean, unless we're playing some weird kind of redneck game outside. Um, if you guys want to hear what my really cool $1 million idea is, I'll tell you. What I want to do is I want to host redneck weddings. Okay? I want to rent out, have a chunk of land, and have the barn for the weddings, have a mud pit, lawnmowers to ride through it, four-wheelers, you know what I mean? The big old bonfire, you know what I mean? The whole thing. The whole redneck mud fest experience. Hay rides, all of it, you know what I mean? The whole deal. And that's what it is, just redneck weddings or redneck parties, you know? You play cornhole, horseshoes, do all that cool stuff, you know what I mean? And have enough property to where you have ATV trails and, you know what I mean? Have horses that people can ride horses if they know how and sign the appropriate things for it. Monster trucks, you know what I mean? Have a really cool big old monster truck and take people for rides with it. You know what I mean? Just cool, good old boy hillbilly stuff. I think it would be, people would love it. That kind of thing is on right now. You know what I mean? That's something that people are doing. And I think it would make millions of dollars. You know what I mean? I think it would make a lot of money. That's my idea. That and a plush toy with motion sensors and motors for the wheels so that it's designed for when a baby starts crawling towards it, it goes a little bit, like a foot or two, so the baby has to crawl towards it and it moves away from the baby and the baby crawl, you know what I mean, to get the baby moving around. I also want to figure out a way to do that. That would be a cool invention. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just have a good old time. And I think people would pay for it and pay good money for it. You know what I mean? Have a sheet cake from the Piggly Wiggly. No, we don't have Piggly Wigglies around here. And the only closest place to get sheet cakes, I'll never get those again. No, I really don't like chicken. It's not really untapped because down like where they have warmer weather more, they have a lot of mud parks and that's what they do. But I just think it would be cool to have something like that away from that area, you know, for the people to relocate or even in that area. I think it would be really cool. I would have a fun time doing it all the time. That's all right. I'll remember you. No worries. Oh, I got to go put Wanda's food away because Wanda didn't come pick it up and I got them pork chops for her. Because, you know, I got some food from a food bank and it's more than I am going to need. So I'm sharing it with a friend, you know. See, we don't have anything close to us like that. I mean, the closest one that actually allows lawnmowers is 4 hours away. Thank you. And 4 hours away. Now, if I had an ATV, here you have to have it licensed and insured in order to go riding. And they don't allow tractors in most places around here. And the neighbors have told me to get out of their woods. So I'm that's why I'm building a track in my own yard, because well, it's a good thing you subbed, because now you're going to get notifications when I go live or when I post my shorts and my videos. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. One of these days I'm going to be able to ask my granddaughter what she thinks. Yeah, I got more regular, like, I can't leave my trash can out in front of my house more than 24 hours or I get a fine from the police. If you don't cut your grass, the city cuts it for like $200. And I live way outside the city. That's just city laws. And the only way I'm moving down south is if my daughter and grandchildren move somewhere else. Until then, I'm stuck in Ohio. I hate Ohio. The only thing I love about Ohio are some of the people that live here. That's about it. I mean, I do enjoy having all four seasons to an extreme, but I'm tired of cold weather, man. I'm getting old. I know why them old folks move down south. I really do. Arthritis and the cold, and then you're on blood thinners. Dude, I'm wearing the same shirt yesterday because it's the only long sleeve shirt I got. Besides my hoodie, and it's all really stained. I can't let you out, Daisy. Mommy went to bed. So, yeah. No, she's going to start acting like a jerk. And that's what gets the other dog going. And Daisy, enough. And she doesn't even need out. She just wants out because I'm out here, which I understand. You know what I mean? This is prime playing time. Yeah, I can imagine. I went down to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, and we were in Detroit at the time. And we went down there. We were wearing shorts and sleeveless shirts, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, it's freezing out here. You guys aren't going to like the winter down here." And I'm like, "We just had 2 feet of snow. What are you talking about?" And then summertime. Yeah, I'm cool without all that ever again. I would like to move more Kentucky-ish to where you still get, I mean, it gets hot here. We get 100-degree days. Most of the summer's in the 90s here. And most of the winter we're in the 10s and 20s and under. Fall, we really don't ever have a fall. We have 90 to 30. That's 1 week it's 90, the next week it's 30. That's our fall. Spring, we get rain. That's it. Nothing but rain. Snow. I mean, I do enjoy 4 seasons, but I just don't want it to be as cold anymore. I know, I'm always sitting funny here. But I do need to set up a different area for streaming. But I want it to be in an area where I can get all the dogs to come out and hang out. And if I wasn't sitting so high, if like I had a couch or something to sit on, oh dude, Daisy'd be laying next to me the whole time I'd be here. Which is why I was thinking about doing it in there, because it's wide enough I could make it, like put a love seat in there, and then the dogs can come in there. Yeah, we get humidity to a point. I mean, it gets bad sometimes, but it's not a constant thing. That's why I kind of like winter more, because humidity gets stupid. And with my lungs and being a fat guy, humidity isn't no fun. Saturday, December 28th. Can you see what temperature it says it's going to be? I know it's backwards, but it's going to be almost 60 degrees Saturday. That's insane, considering that yesterday it was 19 degrees. Yeah, welcome to Ohio. Winter's crazy. Yes. Yeah, this chair's a little uncomfortable. I would be more comfortable, and the dogs could just jump up next to me, and Daisy would lay her head, and we'd sit and talk the whole time with Daisy laying on me. I guarantee it. Because before she ate my bed, she used to lay down next to me on the bed when I'd sit there and play with her and just let rest her head on my lap and go to sleep. But that's on the list. I have a long list of things to do inside the house and outside the house. Not really. The inside of the stuff is a newer project that we're taking on because as my wife is getting, her legs are getting worse, it's harder for her to get up. So we're going to move everything closer to the bathroom, closer to the refrigerator. You know what I mean? So when she gets up, she's not walking all the way across the house to do it, and she'll want to get up and do it more, and it won't make her so sore. Like she came in here and her back started hurting, but I completely have to rearrange my living room, my dining room, my kitchen, the back room here. Um, but I do believe like a little love seat or something in there would be the go to do the streaming. It's not a very big room. Upstairs is always an option because I have three empty rooms upstairs. But then if my wife needed me, I got to run downstairs. Here, it's just go in there. Now, once I change the living room into the dining room and the kids' toy room, I could possibly put a little area in there for streaming, which would be cool because there's going to be a couch in there also. You know what I mean? But there would be my wife watching TV and stuff like that. Um, but I'm thinking about it. I was going to do it down in the basement, but then again, um, it's far away from my wife, and the whole thing with my wife is she can't get up and get it herself. She needs me to do it, so I have to be close to where she is. Um, lots of projects, lots of projects. 2025 is my New Year's resolution is to get one thing done. Just one. I ain't got to get nothing else done. Just one thing next year, and I'm good. There's a resolution. I know I can hit it. No. I'm gonna. The biggest thing we're waiting for is we're waiting to get paid because I have to buy a strip, a power strip for the electric hospital bed, and one for the TV and all of the electronic stuff, and a set of sheets for the hospital bed. And once we get all that set up, once we get all that, then I can switch all the rooms around and we'll get a more comfortable spot where it's a little warmer. For one, because it's a little chilly sitting here. I don't even know. Is that back door still open? No, it's closed. And it's still chilly in here. Um, but those are the original windows, I think. I know the ones in the bathroom are. The ones in the bathroom, you can see the wave in the glass, and they got little bubbles in them and stuff. Yeah, the ones in the bathroom are, yeah. They're original to a 100-year-old house. Um, there's a lot of things I need to do, and a lot of things are going to change in the house. And do you hear? She's trying to get out. Daisy, I can't let you out right now. When I'm done, I'll let you out. I know my wife's going to bed and she doesn't want to yell at Chuck constantly for messing with her. So it keeps her up and I'm going to let her go to sleep. You know what I mean? It's bedtime for her. Shoot, it's past bedtime. I'm going to be on for about another 10 minutes, then I'm going to go to bed. No, I'm not. I'm going to let the dogs out. I'm going to go sit and watch some TV because I took a nap today, and that just means I'm not going to get much sleep. I won't. Plus, I get excited. I sit and think about, like, I'm going to be sitting there thinking about all the people that were in chat today, you know what I mean, from different countries, and having conversations and figuring things out. And I think I'm going to do the live streams. Here's the thing is, do I start doing the live stream, just one live stream, and make it, we read the Bible, we talk about it, and then we discuss, I read the stuff for the study part of it, and then we discuss it, and then we discuss everything, all in one live stream at the end of the day, which is fine. I'd rather do it that way because I want to pick a time when there's people, you know what I mean? I have one weird cool thing about YouTube is they tell you all your stuff. Like, I know, audience, there it is. I know that 4.9 people that watch this channel are 18 to 24. 32% are over 65. Most of y'all are men. This part freaks me out every time. South Africa, Australia, Philippines, Jamaica, India, Malaysia, Netherlands, and then all them other people that visited the live stream, those will be on there. I guess it's every week they update it. I know how many you watch that are subscribed and how many you watch that aren't. I know what you watch. It's weird. But the time is I have the most viewers around 6 p.m. From around, I imagine that's because in the geography, 79% of the people that watch us are in America. So, you know what I mean? That's why my times are more around 4 to 6 p.m. And it's steady that way all week. So I think one live stream around 6 o'clock doing the Bible study, starting off from where I'm at right now. Okay, I'm still going to read it on there, and then I'll read it on the live stream, and then do the Bible study part of it, and then we could talk, discuss it, and then discuss everything in life. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get going and let her out so as not to drive the other dogs crazy, and make sure the wife's got everything she needs before she goes to bed. Remember, my email address is in the description of my channel. If you need to talk, you need to just vent, whatever, send me an email. I will email you back as soon as I see it. Just, if you want to, like and subscribe my videos. But all in all, thank you, each and every one of you, for everything. Thank you for your love, your encouragement, your just get out there and get it. And you've stuck with me even when I was crying like a little girl on a video. There was people subscribing and say, you got this, go out there and do it. And I appreciate that, and I need it. So hopefully we can get well together. Go out there and make yourself smile, make a kid smile, make a stranger smile, because a smile can and will change your day and theirs. All right? Y'all be safe-ish. God loves you, and so do I. Bye.